It's morning. It's day, I don't know, 507 maybe. I think I'm putting one of them stickers on the side of the combine. I used to have one on the other one. I think we wash it off, put some of them on. What's everyone thinking? Wagon here for wood chip already at 8 o'clock in the morning. Concrete coming at 8:15. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I've just been so tired the last few days. It's like, I feel like I couldn't sleep forever. I think it's just because there's so much going on with the maize and harvest and different things like that. But yeah, loading chip there. Concrete wagon is here already. I'm just, oh no, I was going to move the header, but there's another Merlo on the front of it now, so that it doesn't block the yard. Bit of a pain really, because we've got that wood chip wagon to weigh out, and the concrete wagon's going to block the weigh bridge. Plenty of people to lay the concrete. Nice and wet, that makes it level itself. You can cover Sam's car up as well. I'm in the second sunflower field now, just weighing up whether we mow a complete maize into it or we just mow a trail in this one, leave the maize in the one on the other side, because that's got the wildflower meadow. So that's like the puzzly bit, and then this is like your walk through and your photo opportunity. I'm not just sure which is the best way to play it. Be there, having a feast. These have really come on the last few days. They've got massive seed heads on them. Look at this one here. Huge. If you look that way, see yellow. Look that way, pretty much green, backs of the heads. They're not turned yet. Just look at the size of the leaves. Massive. That's my foot. It's spitting slightly, and I'm not sure if you can see, but there's Danny over there with his Lexion on the horizon. Let me just zoom in, actually, I'll stop by the road and zoom in. So there's Danny there with his Lexion. There's Chris waiting for a trailer. So they're cutting wheat, even though it's spitting, but we're going to dry it for them. Look at Adam running! Oh, we're just going to go and put some more oilseed rape now. Bit of maize maintenance. Some of the bees had fell off, so I've got the stapler, just fixing them back on the posts in the maize. Johnny's robot there, sampling a wagon. We'll do that. Goes down, sucks a sample out of the wagon, and spits it into the lab, and he analyses it. It's Johnny here, his 12-ton Merlo. He's going to load this wagon in 4 buckets, I think it is. It's ridiculous. I think he has about 6 or 7 ton in it. Second. Size of the bucket next to the wagon. That's the 3rd bucket full. 4th bucket full. About half a bucket for the last one and he'll be done. The wagon's tipping his box up now to get the way loader so we can tell him when. The driver's signalling with his hand, and then he'll probably beat the horn when it's full. Just tipping it steady now. Tiny bit. There we go. 29 ton, 4 and a bit buckets.
This is the way forward.
So I've just been at Johnny K's looking at his big Merlo, but basically this Merlo was at his on demo, now it's here on demo, and I had to drop the guy off to pick the other bucket up, so that's why I was at Johnny's looking at his Merlo loading a wagon really quickly. Anyway, it's a 65.9, 170 horsepower, 6.5 ton to 9 metres with a decent sized bucket, so we're going to go move some rape with it and see what it's like. First thing I've noticed, there's 2 windows, so they've obviously put a bit more strength into the cab in case you roll it, because it's got this bar through the middle, so there must be some rollover protection, and a different screen. I'm going to start up. No, it's not. Why is it not starting? Fuel light's not on, but it's not got a lot of fuel in it. That's loud, that buzzer. Right, off we go. Swap buckets now. And what I don't like is when it's on idle, you can feel like a reverberation. I don't know if you can hear it on the camera, but you can see that window flexing or the mirror. Well, you get like a bit of a drumming in your ears. Merlos everywhere, and the lamps. I'm just going to weigh this with a full bucket foil of oilseed rape to see what it weighs. 14.5 ton, so we'll tip the bucket and see what we weigh empty. Just under 12 ton now, and a half ton, so it obviously holds just over 2 ton of oilseed rape. So the fast track's there, getting a load of wood chip loaded on it with that Merlo, ready to go out. To be honest, the bucket doesn't hold any more than our bucket because it's the same cubic capacity, but obviously the machine's a lot more stable with its weight on. It'd need a bigger bucket really to be able to get more out of it, because then you could load wagons faster. But this bucket's alright for pushing up because it can push up without tipping up. Just been supervising the making of the table for the new farm. Anyway, I've just come up to see how Adam's getting on because he's on the combine today, because I've been running around everywhere, and it's just a monster, isn't it? Like when you're sat in it, you don't get to see the scale of it and the size of it and how huge it looks. I mean, I know this is a big field, like, but it's good. We've got one harvester there, harvested oilseed rape, and then we've got another harvester there, harvesting potatoes. So there's Joe, bit of blue power, digging potatoes. And there's Adam, harvesting oilseed rape. 2 very different kinds of harvesters, 2 very different crops. One grows out the ground and one goes in the ground. This is the field that the pigeons totally demolished. Some spots on the window, but we'll keep going. It's not the best of yields. 2.73, 2.65 tons a hectare. You can say we want 4 or 5, but it should just about wipe its nose.
66 acres.
Yeah, 66 acres. Oh, plane. Give it a wave. Oh, a lot of dust. We just had a bit of a shower again. We're just going to try and cut that little piece there now. Top the trailer up that's on its way, and then see what it does. But the satellite picture shows a big cloud basically coming in that way right across us, sort of for the next few hours. But if we get this triangle cut then, and then we're into just hopefully the best of the field then later on, or tomorrow to be fair. Yeah, rain has stopped play for the spud harvester, and combine is just emptying its last tank, if you can see. It's just up there now. We're gonna have to call it a day, I think, just like Joe and Bill have. Summer barley update, there it is. dead hard to see in the stubble because it kind of like gets disguised and your eye sees the dominant colour, which is obviously the colour of the straw. But if we go over here where there is no stubble, look at that. Apparently that's my catchphrase. Oh, there's a ladybird. That'll be eating cabbage stem flea beetles. What we cut today was a bit damp, so it's just in the dryer now, getting dried. Looks funny though, like you say, black going round rather than orange or yellow. Wasn't quite a full load, so it's just running now, this conveyor. It's pulling the oilseed rape in and topping the dryer up now. It's good, this conveyor, because it always empties from the front of the shed, so it means that we can just keep tipping more in front of it. This is about 11% and it needs to be 9, so we're just putting in the dryer for now and just getting this percentage down a little bit. It flows really well. Oilseed rape is like water, as you can see. This is the sheer size of the screener bucket, so I like fit inside it with like loads of room. Adam's over here now with the crusher bucket because we've obviously been rained off. So we're just crushing a bit of stone. You can see it coming off the belt there. This is the thing what Nick's done this morning. So he's just got a big scoop there of rubble in that bucket. Flip the camera. It just crumbles it. I think I do 70 tonne an hour. Nick's just picking any rubbish that might be in it out. Yesterday's quiz question was the thing off a grease nipple that goes in the tracks of a mini digger. So the thread was damaged, so I was trying to fix it for somebody. Anyway, it didn't work. This is today's quiz question. Does anyone know what them bits are off? If you think you know, leave a comment below. Just got to show people this. So Kerry sent this in the post and it's a card that's like, I need to prop my phone up. Hold on. It's dead clever. So it opens out. It's not a Bateman, it's an Agrifac, but it's in a sunflower field. How good is that? So thank you, Kerry. Fast Track's back after delivering wood chip. He's a bit of a wash off because it's going tomorrow and we can't be training it in dirty. Hopefully the new one will be here, and I hope they've remembered, if you're watching, Gary, to put the reversing, sorry, not the reversing camera on, but the camera on the picker pitch underneath, because this one when it came didn't have one, so make sure that's got one when it arrives. That's about it for today. Bit of a shout out to Andrew Scott that's watching. I've heard he does, so someone said give him a shout out. If you want to watch another video, it's over there. If you want to subscribe, it's over here. Thanks to everyone that's watching. If you're new, don't forget to tell me where you're watching from, because we have got a map and we are going to start plotting it on a map. So I'll see you all tomorrow. Oh, one last thing, yeah. The police yesterday were just doing a patrol because it's the farm where there's been loads of fires. So they were going to check it out to check there's no kids hanging around.